Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Trey Peart.
And I'm JC Chavez.
And it was a weekend. They're all
weekends.
And we had two little birthday parties to celebrate this weekend. Starting us off Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Trey's little boy Quay.
No, or is everybody okay with a 10 a.m. birthday party, or are people annoyed that it was that early?
I mean, it's for a little kid.
Dude,
Right.
it's during football season. I need that thing to go from 11 to 11:30, and boom, I got the rest of the day for football. That was perfect.
Does every dad want to be there? Probably not.
I will say there was only one dad that didn't show up.
Wow.
Everybody else, there was one dad that didn't show up.
Call him out. Who was it?
Well,
Call him out.
I don't know the dad's name, and I'm not certain that the kid knows the dad's name either.
Oh, wow.
So he wouldn't have showed up if it was
no matter what.
A Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not there regardless.
Exactly.
If it's a birthday party or they're just at home. Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
We're hoping that he has a story like JC at some point where it's
Gotcha.
all good later on. And
Like he actually decides to be a man and say, I'm sorry for not being there, and I want to be there from now on, and here's my family. Okay, I gotcha.
I kind of led you into that. I was trying to
Yeah, you
grab
sure
with
did.
that, so
Don't
sorry.
call him. Don't call him out.
Because my kids had a birthday party at a go-kart place, and my wife asked if I wanted to go, and I said, it's Sunday. I didn't say yes or no. I just said, it's Sunday, and so I stayed home.
Nice.
But then she did come home and tell me that.
Because football is more important than your kids having fun.
Not my kids having fun. It's somebody else's birthday. I don't know what's going on. They're friends of ours, but again, I don't see very many dads at the birthday parties, and then it's like a whole thing where I got to talk, but I want to watch the game.
And you'll definitely remember that football game you watched, and not the memories you have with your kids.
I sure
from that
am.
Day smiling.
I sure am going to remember that because that game happened to be the Saints versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's that whole Tom Brady, and there was a fight. I'm going to remember it.
Yeah, good.
For sure.
So, Trey, this was at your house. Had you guys ever hosted a large party like this?
Not one time. The most people I could think of that I've had, probably like 15 people at a college party where that's not really hosting. That's just, hey, this is where our pregame is before we go to the bar, and everybody showed up. So 38 people in total were invited. 38 people showed up.
Wow.
It was a 100% occupancy rate.
That's a success. That's a sign that you have good friends.
Yeah, that
and
is.
family.
It was very nice. It was wonderful. I was not prepared. I thought I was ready to go. We got all the decorations out. We had like food ready to rock. We had all the stuff for kids. The school bus was out front, and I was like, cool. Like, this is gonna be nice and easy. And then from literally everyone is so punctual, which I think is great. This is not a complaint, but it's at 9:59. I was like, all right, cool. We're getting ready for the party. By 10:01, I go, well, we've got too many people.
We over-invited.
We invited, and I had no idea. 38 people sounds like a lot, but I was like, it's a party. Like, that's fine. 10 kids in all. And they all had a blast playing on the bus.
Good.
I did learn a few things about my own party hosting abilities. We need trash cans, bigger trash cans, more spread out throughout the home, so that not everybody has to crowd around into my one kitchen trash can that isn't really even big enough for the three of us on a regular week.
You might not even need trash cans. Just set the big garbage bags out.
Yeah.
Just let it
propped up around the house.
Yeah, drape it, like sandwich it between the cabinet door and the cabinet, just or tie it around a knob somewhere.
Because you don't want to have to store the extra trash cans. You got that gets to be a whooping.
I only have one bathroom downstairs. We need to have a sign that says, hey, bathroom over here, because there's not a great way to just tell everybody, hey, here's a bathroom.
Yeah.
So I got that question a lot. And so we went to Chick-fil-A to get chicken nuggets. And I thought that they would come on like this big black tray. Like, I feel like I've seen that on commercials. And that's what we'll put out. And they just gave us all of the chicken nuggets in these, regular boxes.
Just the boxes?
Yeah.
The 10-piece, 8-piece box?
Oh, wow. Normally they don't do that.
So Carol's like, we don't have any good serving dishes.
Oh, like a serving platter.
We had our one good glass bowl. That she was like, I'll just dump these in here with a spoon. People can ladle stuff out, and then we'll have the rest that we can just keep refilling. Same with the chips. We just had the chips out in a bowl. So the food goes real quick. I am running around, Kara's running around, and it's probably an hour and a half into a 2-hour party before I get back into the room with the food. And I was like, oh, we should put out more food. And it's about to be cake time.
Everyone had eaten.
Everybody, nobody was coming back for more. So I was like, oh man, we had all the food like ready to rock and staged and ready to go, but I didn't put it back out. That was something I did feel like that might be where I lacked.
Can I speak as a party attendee?
100%.
I took
please.
my children, Davis and Ellie. We went, and everything was great. There was plenty of food for us.
Oh yeah,
my kids had like 5 bags of chips.
Oh great,
a bunch of nuggets. They had their water and stuff. Like there was nothing. They weren't wanting for anything.
Oh, fantastic!
They loved the bus. The bus was awesome. So JC, it was a school bus.
Yeah.
Full-size school bus. But they emptied out all the seats, put down like padding, and there was like
so
gymnastics stuff in there. So there was bars you could hang on and swing on. There was a slide that went out the back door of the bus. There was a lot of stuff.
Awesome.
My kids loved it.
How did Quaid handle the attention, right? Because a lot of times, little babies, when they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, all that attention can be a little too much.
Yeah, because if you two
much.
have never hosted 40 people,
right.
He's never seen 40 people.
Yeah, it was like 90% of everyone he's ever met in the same room at one time screaming at him, and he, it's happy screaming, but it's happy birthday. And so it was definitely overwhelming for him, but he really did have a blast. Nothing ever got to be like he was like, oh, I hate this. He did want to, go be alone a couple of times. I was like, I'll take him upstairs. I'll go let you sit in your room for a second. And he took a couple of deep breaths, and I was like, you want to go play some more? And he was back at it. Sometimes he was into the bus and really enjoyed it. After about 30 minutes on the bus, he was like, I think I'm done here.
Yeah.
So
Home?
He moved on. Home, pretty much.
Yeah.
And can I just say that Nick's kids, Ellie and Davis, for one, they've got the Nick Adams personality. They can be friends with anybody, and they
goofy.
can talk to anybody. They're very
guys,
personable.
Like it's great. And I was talking to Trey about this earlier. Like at some point, it might be a problem. They talk to anybody for like long periods of time without letting the other person talk. Maybe they just need to learn social cues.
Right. And it's the same thing with my kids. I don't know if it's the line of work we're in, but I'm scared with my daughter.
Yeah.
That she will go talk to anybody, and 'cause especially in this day and age, all I see is people are taking kids. I'm like, just stop talking to everybody, Chloe.
Well, I will say, we'd said this on our podcast a while ago. Whenever I had a pool party, JC brought his whole family over. Kason and Chloe, man, JC and Kinsey were like off in the pool somewhere else in the house. Kason and Chloe were just like having conversations with 40-year-old adults, like full on like eye contact conversations, and they were really good at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
good. Thank you.
It was very impressive.
And same with Ellie and Davis. The conversation with Chloe and Kason was a little more elevated just because they're
They're older, yeah.
But Davis and Ellie both held their own wonderfully.
Thank you.
I think that they are fantastic kids, and everybody bitches about their kids and how like they're hey, get over here, don't do that. But 10 kids at my place, all of them perfect angels. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not trying to like be nice to anybody. I'd be glad to call anybody out. Everybody, they had a blast in the playroom. At one point, there were like 8 kids up in our playroom, and that's where all of Quaid's, toys are. So I go in there, the place is completely trash. Like every toy everywhere, and I was like, this is so freaking great that Quaid has people that care about him enough to show up and just play with him in his playroom. I was like, that's the reason we bought this house.
Yeah.
That's the reason that, I'm smiling today. It was just the best. And I had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Good.
And I know that's not always the case with people's birthday parties. And I'm hoping that Davis's birthday party went just as well.
Well, I got to say, before we go to my kid's birthday party, another kid's toys are way better than your toys.
Why? Because it's not at my house.
And
that's it.
My kids are a little older than Quaid. I have a 6-year-old and an almost 4-year-old. But if they see like a toddler toy, they love it.
Yeah.
Like if they had a ball pit, they love Trey had a ball pit in the room, they love the ball pit. Trey, that playroom is huge. You could fit so many kids and toys in there.
So much room for activities.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's the perfect playroom.
It
really was.
I think it was designed to have like a pool table in it, so it's nice and like big, and you got plenty of room. So there's like, we have stuff on pretty much every wall, but there's still a giant like play area where you can run and throw a ball.
So you're gonna have like a ping pong ball. set up.
Something like that. There's
Down the line.
There's
Yeah,
game
beer
plans.
pong.
I can't decide between a foosball table, a ping pong table, or a pool table.
Oh, they have
Get like a 3-in-1.
Those
have
are
that.
all crap, and you know it.
They are. I had one as a kid, but I loved it.
Yeah, you don't get
we'll get the kiddie one too.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
talking like whenever,
Legit.
15, 16.
They have a legit pool table, ping pong table.
Yeah.
But you can't get all 3 that are going to be legit.
Right.
You can get maybe 2 of them that are going to be legit in one.
Right.
I got you on that.
Yeah, so then Saturday afternoon, so Trey's was at 10, and then across town at 1:30 was my son Davis's 6th birthday party, and we had it at the community rec center. They have a really good like swimming
Yeah.
indoor swim area, and so there's like huge water slides, and then there's also just a big pool to swim in, and there's like a lazy river, and then there's a place like a small splash pad for the smaller kids.
And Nick did invite us. We weren't able to go because Quaid took a.
It's a
4
long
hour
way
nap
away,
afterwards.
and
And your
they're
kid
partied out.
Yeah, I got you.
Was there any jet lag for your kids?
No, I don't think so. Well, I will say we've been to one party at this same place before. After that party, my kids stayed and played for 4 hours after the party.
Yeah.
After his party, I think because we had already partied out a little bit, he was ready to go about 30 minutes after his party.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess because attendees could stay and swim
'Cause you
in
bought
the
the ticket.
pool.
You're there, yeah.
Yeah, we had the ticket. We just had to get out of the little party room that they had after I don't know,
Right.
2 hours or something. But man, everything went great. I mean, there was no hiccups. There was nothing crazy. The cupcakes didn't spill over in the car on the way. Everything was great. He got a lot of Legos. My son loves Legos right now, so he was happy with that.
So we went 2 for 2 on
Two for
birthday
two. Like,
parties
it
this
was,
weekend.
Like, it was great. There wasn't any drama. People showed up. The only thing that happened that day, it doesn't even have to do with the party. After the party, we're coming home. Normally I park in the garage, but I parked in the driveway so that I could carry a bunch of stuff in. And I'm walking through like where my car is normally parked, and I slipped on, I'm guessing oil or water or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, no.
And I slipped, and I'm like carrying a big laundry basket full of something. I don't know if it was presents or whatever. And my just like left leg just buckled. And so now I'm the person that falls because I've fallen before and broken my foot.
You're
It was
a fall
the
guy.
same- It was the same foot. It was the same like foot. And I kind of fell like the same way that I sort of fell the first time I broke my foot. And I just like crumpled, and all my weight just like slammed down on my ankle, just like all like compacted down. Anyways, I'm just laying there, and like my parents are there. They're like loading stuff around, and nobody noticed that I fell over.
They didn't hear the loud
They didn't
crash.
hear, I mean, I didn't make a big noise, but like no one's paying attention to me, and I didn't want to be like, "Help! I fell!" But
Yeah.
I was like, "Hello,
Anybody?
man of the house just fell down."
The king of the castle.
And you, at that point, weren't worried. You weren't like, "Oh, I've broken it again."
No,
'Cause
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But like my knee and my lower back kind of are still lingering a little bit. But
That's just called age, bro.
It
Like-
was really sweet. My daughter came up to me. She said, "It's okay, Daddy." She gave me a little kiss, and it was very sweet. But everything like went really good. So,
I'm happy for you
yeah,
guys.
no drama, no tears. Everything was great.
While Nick and Trey were hosting birthday parties, I was a sports dad that day.
All right.
Which was Saturdays. Saturdays for the boys and for the girl. And my son had his football game, a celebratory milestone for Kaysen.
You know, I got up pretty early on Saturday and started trying to set up for the
You saw my
party.
post?
And I was like, JC's already posting about football.
Dude.
What time do y'all wake up on Saturday for a football game?
This Saturday, we had to wake up at 6.
Okay.
Because, you typically, if you have a 9 o'clock game, you want to get there about an hour and a half before, get the kids ready, make sure they all woke up. And stretched out, and get their equipment on because they were pads and helmets and all that crap.
What was you said it was a big day. What were you celebrating for his football game?
It was a celebratory because Kaysen's been playing football since he was in kindergarten, but he's been playing tackle since 2nd grade. And he's basically done everything on the football field except for one thing.
Okay.
And that one thing was get an interception.
Ooh.
right.
Oh, yes.
So he's never had an interception. He's had sacks and all that. Everything else. He's done everything on a football field except an interception. And wouldn't you know it, this weekend, the opposing team's quarterback dropped back, was getting a little pressure, and he decided to just float one up into the middle. Mm-hmm. And my son stuck his hands up, caught it, came down with it, had nothing but green grass in front of him, Nick. Nothing. Just maybe one little kid that was about up to his belly button that he could have just said, please don't tackle me, sir. Go back down to the ground. Here you go, and I'll just go score. And as he was getting ready to take off running, my guy just decided to just crumple to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all excited and everything, right? And I'm having a proud dad moment, and I'm a coach as well, so I got to keep my composure. So when he runs back to the sideline before he has to go back out for offense, I go, hey, what happened? Why didn't you just keep running? And he goes, I think I tripped on somebody. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds about right. So we went back to watch the tape.
Yeah.
So me and my son are watching this on the couch, feeling like men. I was like, let's look at your pick, is what we called it.
You got a beer. He's got a root beer.
Yeah,
huh?
We're feeling good. And we watch it zoom in and everything, and you just see Kaysen start to go take off running, and he falls. And I was like, Kaysen, you didn't trip on anyone.
It's a ghost, Dad.
And he goes, you know what? Just to think about it, I think I just got so excited that I just forgot how my legs work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you probably
And it
just-
happens.
Totally.
For
You
the
just
first
like
time?
don't
Yeah.
really know exactly what to do. Like, you know what to do, but you don't know
It's
it.
like
Right.
your body just goes like, I'm not usually doing this. Because he plays defensive line. If you know football, you don't get interceptions as
Right.
a defensive lineman. He just said, I guess I just forgot how my legs work.
And there may have been like a lot of pressure. He was like, okay, I already did something good. Let's not screw this up, and I'll
Right.
just go down.
Right.
Which is exactly what you see in the NFL. If one of the defensive linemen catch like a weird ball that gets batted up in the end,
just
defense, they go
crumble.
I'm going to the ground.
And every now and then in the NFL, you see that 500-pounder just stomping
They'll go.
into the end zone.
Rumbling.
Yeah, you know that guy played like running back as a youth. But he was around, like a lot of kids were around the ball when he caught it, so he's probably like, I don't know who's who, and he went down. But yeah, we had our first ever
That's awesome.
on that.
It is great.
And then Chloe had a soccer game after that, which they won as well.
I'm less proud of it.
Well, she didn't score or anything. She played, but she played really well. And but Kaysen did have a milestone. Normally,
Oh
Chloe's,
no, totally. I know you're proud
which
of
is
it.
fine.
I'm just ribbing.
What were big milestones that y'all had playing sports? Do y'all remember any? I remember I got a grand slam once, and I was very proud
That
of
is
that.
big, dude.
And then I want to say I somehow was able to pull off a triple play like by myself. I don't remember what happened. Like I was playing like third base. The batter hit it. I caught it. I tagged a runner, and then there was like a pickle, and I tagged the other runner or something like that.
Pretty cool.
I think. But I remembered the grand slam for sure. That
Yeah.
was cool.
I had one that when I was a kid, like when you're little, it's when you get to high school, it's like whatever. But when you're a little kid and all your boys are out
That
there and their
first
parents,
time you get a touchdown or something.
I remember I scored, and then I went out to go play defense. And the very next play, they tried to throw the ball to the slot. But I intercepted it and returned it. So it was like back to back. And I remember feeling like,
King.
yo, this is it. Like, sign me up to the NFL. Like, guys, I made it.
The next day, no one called.
Yeah,
did
no,
they?
nobody like really
teams.
celebrated. I went to school. You know, you go to school on Monday thinking like, oh, surely all they're going to be talking about is those two plays, right?
Right.
Not one of my teammates or friends brought it up. Not once.
Did they even write about it in the newspaper,
No,
school newspaper?
Nothing,
Come
Nick.
on.
Nothing. I'm like sitting around waiting for somebody like just to ask me how my weekend
Can't you
was.
see the front page? What was your school called?
At that point, it was elementary school, so it was Los Penn. But
Okay, the Los Penn newsletter.
Yeah.
Big professional picture of JC catching that
can
interception.
you imagine,
Yeah.
dude? Oh,
I remember there was a very memorable game for me because we ran our first reverse on the kickoff return.
trick play.
So a trick play. There was so the other kid caught the ball, and that meant I'm going to be the one that's going to, because I was a kick returner. I'm going to be the one that takes the reverse. So he starts coming one way, and then he pitches the ball back to me, and I'm running the other way, and I got wide open field. I'm running as hard as I can, and I make it, and I score a touchdown. And everybody's going
There you
wild.
go.
It's unbelievable. So next time they kick the ball off, they kick the ball to me, and the largest kid in the entire Pee Wee community comes directly at me and rams his helmet directly into my helmet.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Deion Sanders, and if you know anything about Deion Sanders, he never, ever buckled the straps on his helmet, on like the chin straps. So the giant man's face mask rams into my face mask, which is not attached properly, knocks me 100% out. On the ground. I couldn't tell you how long it is. I just woke up to my mom on the field over me, and my coach are both staring back.
Wow.
And then the only other milestone I have that was really, really good was in soccer when I played for the Flames. I had scored so many goals that the referee asked that I could be taken out of the game.
Whoa, dang.
That's pretty. That's bragging rights.
Yes, it
for
is.
sure.
Why didn't you
was
keep
sick.
playing soccer when you're doing things like that?
I mean, that was when I was like 5.
Oh, okay. But still.
cool.
It was. It felt good.
That's really cool. I'd like to try smelling salts one time.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't.
I mean, have you
no,
tried it
you-
before?
yes.
Okay.
I've seen videos of people doing it, and it looks hilarious.
Did you know that weightlifters, before they go, like, it's not people that get knocked out. It's like they'll use them to like amp themselves up.
Oh.
And so weightlifters will take smelling salts before they go and lift some world record.
What is it? Do y'all know what it is?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it is so weird, and it's a weird feeling. They used to give it in football. When you get hit, rung up, they would go to the sideline. They'd had it, and they'd give you a little just to get you going back in. This is before This is before they would have like concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one time I got knocked out like you did, Trey, and this was in high school where I had to have my helmet and my pads cut off because I had a neck injury, and I was out cold, and you could see the trainer putting the smelling salt in front of my nose. And I was so knocked out that even that didn't wake me up. So that's how knocked out I was. But when I woke up, I think the first thing I said was, what is that taste in my mouth? Because the taste went into my body. And I woke up with that taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, what
in the world?
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Did I die or something? Did I puke?
Yeah, when I see videos of people doing it, it's almost like they just got shocked with the pads, the chest pads, clear. It's almost that kind of face. It's that
electric.
explosive. Yeah.
It's almost electric.
Concentrated ammonia is usually what it is. And if you'd like to know what it smells like, it's a little bit acrid? Acid smell? I think they mean acid.
Acidic, yeah.
And bleach. Really strong bleach.
Ooh, that smells. That
it
sounds
burns.
terrible.
It burns. Like it burns.
I remember watching Emmett Smith just sit there with like one of those smelling salt packets, just sitting there like wafting it in his face and not even flinching.
Then there's crazy people that could do that, and they just do it for fun. But, smelling salt. We should bring it in and have you try it, Nick.
I'm down.
We should also try what women feel when they have cramps or
See, I have one of those.
the tense unit.
I have one of them, but I don't know if that's exactly what the test is.
Yeah, we need
for a man.
the strong one, right? That's got to be
ones.
super strong.
But see, I've seen people conduct that experiment a few ways. So a tinge unit, it's like you put it on your muscles and it just like shocks them a little bit if they're real tense or sore.
Yeah.
So I have one of those, but I've seen guys that like just put it on their stomach. I've seen guys put it just on their stomach and their side. I've seen people put it like up in between their legs. Like in the
nether region,
the in between, no man's land in between front and back.
Does it rhyme with ain't?
Yeah, right.
Ain't
there.
nobody got time for that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I don't know where it's supposed to go, but that sounds like it would be the right spot.
Now, do you think there's a market for a contraption that could make you feel like you just got kicked in the balls? Like to make women be able to see how that is?
I don't even know how we can. How do you?
I don't know.
Repurpose that feel. I can't even describe the feeling.
You know what? Okay, here's where people are going to hate me, and I'll just say I just saw this. I'll just say I saw this online.
Misogynist Nick over here.
I saw this online.
Okay, what is it?
So when you're talking about the worst pain in the world, childbirth for a woman, the worst pain in the world, getting kicked in the nuts for a guy never wants to get kicked in the nuts again.
I saw this post.
True.
But I know people that have 10 kids. So, like, it can't be, like, the absolute worst. Although, after you get kicked in the nuts, you don't have a child that you then love and care for and brings light to your world.
But what if they told you, hey, we're going to kick you in the nuts. But before we kick you in the nuts, we're going to go ahead and numb everything down there up for you.
And then after you get kicked in the nuts, you got to pay $300,000 for the next 18 years to raise this child.
Because I saw that post, too, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, that's a solid point. They do have more kids. But I don't hear of many women not having any sort of medicine multiple times.
Hey, lots of women, people who give birth, they're going all natural.
Yeah.
And
also, let's be honest, women, they tolerate pain a little bit better than us guys.
Sure
they
do.
tolerate getting sick better than us guys. They tolerate pain. So
I'm not saying it's equal. I'm saying I saw a meme.
But let's be
that.
But nuts, it hurts. It does hurt
Hurts
more.
a lot.
It
Hurts a
does.
lot.
You guys don't
And
understand.
what's crazy is you can get hit in the nuts by like
Everything.
a car going 100 miles an hour, and it won't feel good.
Right.
But you can also barely
Afflict.
rub up on something wrong,
Right.
and it's just as debilitating.
I've gotten hurt just rolling over.
Right.
You know, like it just accidentally smashed. That And I stayed down.
I don't know if I've told this on the podcast before, but I'll say it again. I knew a guy in college. Luckily, he worked at our football stadium. I went to Texas A&M. Luckily, he worked there. And so he was riding his bike. He was one of those annoying people that rode their bike on campus. I hate those people, just so you know. Anyways, somehow he started feeling rough down there. Started hurting.
Yeah.
Getting a little nauseous. Something's going on. There might be some swelling going on. Oh. Anyways, he shows up to work and he's like, something's up. And he kind of told his boss, and his boss was like, well, go talk to the medic that's down the hall for the football team. And so they checked him out and they said, you need to go to the emergency room right now because this is beyond our thing. What had happened, one of his boys did a full 360 inside.
He tied the knot.
And it was tied up. And so they had to go straighten it out at the hospital.
It's like a little tiny chain necklace where you're in there. I can't. How do I?
If it's not getting it dies. Your ball will die.
They said if you hadn't gone there, if you had waited till the next day or something, it could have been super bad.
Yeah, you could have gotten purple.
Like the little twist tie on the bread where you're like, I don't know if I need to twist it this way or do I twist it? No, I twist it this way. Okay, okay.
Or you just take the bread and you just spin the whole bag. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
No.
Anyways, I think that's enough for today.
I agree 100%.
I think that's enough for today.
I'm glad you guys had successful birthday parties.
I'm glad Kaysen had a big milestone in his thing.
Big milestone
we're glad Chloe played, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Listen,
glad
Chloe's done great. They won the game. She was an outstanding defenseman.
There you go.
Chloe, if you need somebody to show you some love and give you some good feelings inside, Nick and I, we think you're doing great.
Yeah, we'll be your cheerleader, Chloe.
Let me shine, because now you guys are making me feel bad, and I feel like I do shine the spotlight on Chloe a little bit more than I normally do on Kaysen, but I still will do it. She did have a milestone.
Yeah?
She did. I forgot to tell you guys this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, sure.
On her own.
Making it up right now.
I am not. On her very own accord, decided that she was going to hang up the cheerleading shoes and the pom-poms. She decided she did not feel the passion. Because how many times have you played sports because you thought your parents wanted you to?
I see what you're saying. I thought she gave up the sport. No. I thought you were saying she hung up her clothes.
Right.
Like what?
No. Okay. She hung up the sport because she started realizing that she wasn't feeling the joy that she used to. Mm-hmm. And she came up to me and my wife and sat down and said, can I talk to you guys? At 9 years old. Mm-hmm. And I said, sure. And she said, I just don't feel like I love cheerleading like I did before. And I said, well, what do you love then? And she said, I just want to focus on soccer.
Great.
And I said, this is your decision. And I said, because your cheerleading competitions are about to start, season's getting, so you now have to tell your coach on your own. So we basically had to write, she kind of helped my wife draft her little note and said, thank you for everything. I just don't think cheerleading is going to be for me. And so she made a big grown-up decision that a lot of us would have kept on doing until middle school or high school. But she did it on her own, which that's pretty big for a 9-year-old kid to do that.
I'll say that is good. I don't know if we talked about it on the air or off the air, but I know she was was she a flyer? She was the girl that
was a flyer.
So that's dangerous. That's a very dangerous thing to be doing so young.
As her dad, I didn't try to talk her back into going into because sometimes we'll do that to us parents, and we got to remember, these are their lives, this is their love and their passion, and I told her, as long as you're doing something physical, like you're doing something sport-like, I'm cool. Mm-hmm. And if that's going to be soccer and not cheerleading, that's fine. Inside of my head, I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Because she was doing some stuff that was scary for me.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, just one of the girls that's supposed to catch you can have an off day or just miss or whatever.
They're human.
So no one's fault.
Yeah, they're not trying to hurt each other, but yeah, those girls do take some tumbles, man. And so I was a little alleviated to hear those news.
Well, good job, Chloe.
Yeah, she had a milestone, guys.
That is a grown-up moment for her.
It is.
Well, my name is Nick Adams.
I'm Trey Peart.
I'm JC Chavez.
And remember, stand up straight.
Stand up straight.
Don't forget, stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.